Hello, Cancer. Hello, Cancer. I am going to be doing some Heidi's Horoscopes Tarot spread right here. We're using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And this is for Cancer, the general collective of Cancer. If you have Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising heavily in your chart, you identify with the sign of Cancer, then this reading is for you. Please take it as it resonates. Let it land wherever it lands in your life and use your own free will and good judgment to make decisions based on what you hear in this reading or any reading, Cancer. I'm shuffling your deck now, and I will deal your cards. I've got a new spread going on. I want to apologize. I was ill last month, and so I did not get to do all of my Heidi's horoscopes for January, but I really, truly hope that I'm able to bring it to you for February. So let me deal your cards now. I want to say this. As I was sitting in your energy prior to starting the reading, I'm receiving some information for you, Cancer, from your spirit team that I really feel like you've been clinging to some old habits or coping mechanisms, if you will, for self-protection, for self-preservation. And Spirit is saying that those old using the same old mechanisms to protect yourself, like on an emotional level, are not going to change the patterns of your future. Okay. Forgive me for stumbling over my words a little bit. I just want to say it correctly. So they're letting me know that your head can play games with you. Your own head can play tricks on you. You can get caught up in your head, and sometimes that you can psych yourself out of new opportunities. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be vulnerable in certain situations. You don't always have to put up these barriers of protection. Those are not going to work for you in the future the way that you would like for them to, because the past is in the past. Okay, the past is in the past, and those same old protection methods aren't going to work. The way to get things done is to change that energy and to actually do it, to take steps to do whatever this new thing is, and not be afraid to open yourself up. Don't psych yourself out in your head beforehand and talk yourself out of what could be a very great blessing in your life. New and unknown, or having some fears or uncertainty is not a bad thing. Okay. But even when people do really brave things, you don't think there's a tinge of fear or uncertainty in that. No one is 100% confident every time. It's doing those things in the face of fear, in the face of that adversity, that really makes it great in your life, and it makes it really worth taking those steps to receive that, to achieve that in your life. Okay, so this may land on one area or many areas of your life. Again, take it as it resonates, Cancer. My name is Heidi Corona, Spirit Speak Psychic Medium Heidi. That is me, the one and only. If you're not subscribed to my channel, feel free to click that notification bell so you never miss anything from me. I appreciate you for tuning in. Let's dive into your reading. All right. So, your overall monthly theme for February is the Ace of Swords, which is funny because sometimes we can get trapped up in our heads and psych ourselves out and be like, oh my God, that's huge. How could I do that big giant thing? Right? The way you do that big giant thing is by taking little tiny steps that support the outcome that you're desiring to achieve. Okay. Not getting lost in this ruckus of mind chatter. Okay. Getting stuck in your head about worthiness or self esteem or lack of self confidence. Okay. Oh no, not me. I could never, whatever. You could. That's why it's within you. That's why you're thinking about it. So don't talk yourself out of something new just because it's new. Anyone who's ever tried anything at all has been new at one point. No one is an expert. No one is a professional. And Spirit says it's okay to open up. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to take a chance. It's okay to hope. It's okay to take steps, even if you're not sure if it's going to work out. Because what's the worst that can happen if it doesn't work out? Well, then you'll regroup and decide what the next step is to take. Sometimes you don't see the full path ahead of you. Sometimes you only know the next right thing to do, and that is the next right thing to do. Okay, so your overall monthly theme is Ace of Swords. You might have this idea rolling around in your mind. You might come up with this brilliant plan, or you might have something that you've been yearning for quite some time, and sitting and thinking about it doesn't solve it. It doesn't make it happen. Actions make it happen. Thoughts become things. Okay, so think yourself up. pep yourself up. Be the biggest supporter of you. There are a world full of naysayers out there who don't support you, don't know you, don't believe in you. You have to be your number one fan who believes in your existence, who believes in your life, and believes in your dreams, Cancer. So keep that in the forefront of your mind, that if you can dream it, if you can think it, and you can believe in yourself, it can be a reality in your life. Now, beginning the month, you've got two cards, Ace of Wands. I freaking love this. And the Fool. All right. So maybe you're already there. Maybe you're already like taking this action. You've got this in your mind. That's so funny that you have the Ace of Swords. This is the thought. Okay. And this is the action. Okay. I'm taking action on that first thing. Okay. I'm actually doing something with it now. But this is the monthly theme. Okay. So I really want to say this: don't backpedal. Okay, if you're beginning to move forward, keep that forward momentum going, lest you start to freeze up a little bit. Oh no, what was I thinking? You know, if you, what are they saying? If you stumble, make it a part of the dance. Okay, you learn from your mistakes. If you stumble, make it a part of your dance, because every experience has value. Now, in the beginning of the month, I see here that you're taking a new action. And with Major Arcana card number 0, the Fool showing up for you, this is about feeling uncertain, trusting the universe that, like, well, it feels like the right thing to do. So I might as well just do it, right? I might as well just do it and hope for the best, and hope that things turn out the way that they are supposed to. The Fool is not a fool like a dimwit, okay? The Fool is carefree, possibly a risk taker, okay? Somebody who trusts life to catch them no matter the circumstances and wants to try new adventurous things, okay? I'm really drawn into the crystal that she has in her hand. That is an amethyst. If you have an amethyst crystal, sit with it for a while, put it in your pocket, take it with you places. Okay, amethyst is a very high vibe stone. It spiritually activates your crown, it opens your third eye. It can also help with your dream time. Okay, dreaming with spirit, past loved ones, getting clarity from your dreams. A lot of times our problems, or the things that we're kind of, up in the air about, or torn up inside about, in our inside emotionally, we can dream about it, like, and have some clarity in the dreams as to, oh well, that's what I'm upset about, or if we zoom out a little bit, oh, that's how I should work through this in my outer reality, in my waking moments. Okay, so I do see that you are taking action, and that's freaking awesome. Even if you're scared, even if you're uncertain, Spirit says you don't have to wear that shield of armor all the time. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to allow life to happen, even if it's how you never imagined it before. Okay, that the new and unknown is what is on your path, and the experience, that is the experience that your soul is craving. Okay, something different, something out of the norm. That's why it's being thrust upon you. That's why the doors are opening up for you, not so that you can say, oh no, I'm too scared, I can't do that, but so that you can say, I'm freaking scared, but I'll try, right? And then be so proud of yourself when you make it through that and see how it actually turns out. Proud of you, Cancer. I'm proud of you. All right. So, what are you manifesting? 3 of Cups, happiness, man, celebration, peer support networks. You're manifesting people getting along. You're manifesting the joys of life. Look at these people. They're all peers. They all support each other. They're watching the stars. Maybe you're finding like-minded individuals. I was drawn into that crystal for something. You might be on a spiritual journey, opening and unlocking your spiritual abilities. If that's you, then definitely I would say joining a practice circle or a supportive group to help you further that kind of up leveling that you are leaning into at this time. Don't psych yourself out. Oh my gosh, I don't know how. Oh gosh, I'll never learn. I'm not like those other people. No, you're not. You're different and you're unique and you're special, just like each one of those other people are different and unique and special. But that doesn't mean that you cannot come together and support each other and teach each other and learn from each other. Everyone starts on the first step at one time. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's on the first step once. The people that you see that you might perceive as being more successful or further along or doing better than you are, like, they started where you were at one point, but they took the steps, they made the effort, they kept going to get where they're at. So if you want to get where they're at, you got to do it too. That's just how it works. And I feel your soul is drawing you in that direction. Don't let your fear hold you back. I really feel this here. Don't let your fear hold you back from believing that you can climb that ladder to the next level of your life, because it's happening. It's happening. And I feel you shrinking away from it just a little bit because, oh my gosh, what about this? What about that? I'm worried about all these other circumstances or what people will think or if I'm going to embarrass myself or whatever this could be. Don't worry. Stop worrying. Don't get caught up in the worry and the mental loops. You don't want that. You don't need that. All right. So what are you leaving in the past here? Ace of Pentacles, okay? All right. So this is the foundation or what you're leaving in the past, the foundation of all this. I feel like wherever you've put down roots before, you're not really completely satisfied with the regular old ho hum norm of it, okay? Pentacles is 3D property, health, money, finances. So I feel like, okay, well, I'm right here, but I'm escalating. I'm wanting to go above this. I'm expanding. I'm wanting to grow beyond just what I've achieved so far. That's what I see from this. You may have put down some roots, but you're wanting to go bigger. You're thinking outside the box now. Maybe you're wanting to add more on top of this, promote or move, something like this. I feel like change is really what you desire. And that is why this is in your past position. Now, let's talk about love. In the area of love for you, Cancer, you've got the Seven of Cups, okay? Seven of Cups is about your emotions. If it feels good, it's good for you. Okay. When you have that niggling little doubt inside, not like, oh, I'm not good enough, but like, hey, wait a minute, that's not lining up. I'm not sure I believe the words. They're not matching the actions. Like, these are the ways in which we use our discernment. Okay. If something seems fishy, it probably is. If something feels weird, it is weird for you. Okay. Don't discard or discount your feelings. The Seven of Cups here, he's trying to make a logical decision. See the water flowing, life is happening. And he's like, oh crap, I better make a decision like fast. But all of these cups are hidden from his view. He doesn't even know which one to choose. He doesn't know which is the right one because he doesn't want to get stuck with the wrong thing. So he has to rely on the way he feels or the way these things might make him feel. Okay. So know yourself in relation to other people in your life. This is in the love spot. So, in your love and relationships, there, if something feels bad, limit the time that you're spending with that person. Okay. If something feels good, increase the time that you're spending with that person, or at least keep it, stable. I want to say you can be soft, you can reach out, you don't have to be so guarded, but with who, because you've learned who you can trust. And for those who you're still leery about, like, feel the vibes, man. You are in tune with your inner knowing. That's part of your spiritual expansion, is learning how you resonate with people. Meaning, I don't know if I don't know if we click. I don't know if I like the way you make me feel. Sometimes afterwards, I feel really drained. I feel down. I feel grouchy. Then that's an indication that that person is siphoning some of your beautiful energy to raise their own vibration and bring yours down. That's not sustainable. And those are not the kind of relationships that you want to keep in your life. You want to keep in contact with people who build you up, who support you, who love you. Go where you feel loved, and engage with people who make you feel loved as well. Not people who you tolerate, like, oh man, she loves me, but I can't stand the bitch, right? Not that kind of thing, because then that's an imbalance again. That person might love you, so their vibe is raised, but you can't stand them, so your vibe is lowered. Self protection. How do people affect you? Lean away from people who affect you in a negative way and lean towards people who affect you positively. And don't get stuck in your head about it. Logically, we should be friends. We've always been friends. Logically, she seems like a nice person, but all she does is bitch and nag about everyone else or gossip, right? These are the ways that we can get stuck in our minds about the logical thing to do. We're not talking about logics here. This is your overall monthly theme. Don't listen to your head. Your head can play tricks with you. Just because it seems logically like the right thing to do doesn't mean it feels right to you. We are talking about your feelings, Cancer. Your feelings should trump everything. You're the one who lives with your feelings. You're the one who goes to sleep with your feelings. You're the one who has to deal with the consequences of your actions and the way that things make you feel. Okay, so take care of those feelings and take care of you. Now, as far as money, on the financial forefront, you have the Queen of Pentacles. That is an awesome card to have. The Queen of Pentacles has her money in her hand. She doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. Her eyes are closed. Her face is turned away. She is sitting pretty and okay. So I see a lot of stress-free time here, on the financial forefront. That isn't exactly what you're really stressed about this month. I'll say that. I'm not that you have a lot of stress, but I feel like emotional cohesion is what you desire. Togetherness is what you desire, but how to get it is kind of a barrier, right? How do I get over this? What is this, like jumping a hurdle, right? Jumping a hurdle. And I see that you're leaving this Ace of Pentacles in the past, but on the forefront, you have the Queen. Man, you're like, I'm not young anymore. This isn't new anymore. I'm a mature person. I'm experienced. I know what I want in life, and I don't need anyone else to support me in a financial way. I know how to take care of myself, and I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do on that front, right? That's beautiful energy to have, because anyone else can complement your life. Then your basic needs are met. Someone else can complement your emotional needs through the relations that you have with them based on how they make you feel. I'm saying this is important. They make you feel bad, stay away from them. Now, as far as the home life, Cancer, what's going on? Okay, maybe that's what we're talking about here. Major Arcana card number 16, the Tower in your home life this month in February. Okay, the Tower is about, I've been building this beautiful home life, and the universe has swept in and demolished it, knocked my tower to the ground. Something has shaken the rug out from under the people in your home itself, you, whatever's going on there. And why? Because it was not sustainable. The tower looks a little scary. Oh my gosh, lightning striking, things are happening. The tower is the universe, God stepping in to say, don't waste any more of your beautiful energy trying to make this work, Cancer, because it will not work in a sustainable way in the long run. This is not for you. This is not for you. And this is for you to determine, if it makes you feel bad. This is tower stuff. Then it's not sustainable and it's not for you. So you cannot rebuild the tower. I have to say this. Okay, guys, let's regroup and think we're going to work together and fix this. Spirit is saying that tower cannot be rebuilt because it's not right the way that it is. The tower may remove people from your home life. The tower may ask that you move to a different location. The tower may decide that new rules need to be put in place and actually enforced. And I don't feel like they will be if that is the case. I'm just saying this is a huge shaking up for a reason, Cancer, because this is a problem in the making that has not been fixed. This is the universe stepping in and saying, we're taking this out of your hands now. Now you'll have no choice but to do something different. And thank God, because you're ready. You're ready. You're just a little scared. You're just a little uncertain. You just don't know what's going to happen. But it's better than that same old stuff that led you up to this tower in your home life, right? As far as self-care, your self-care needs, you have the Five of Cups here. Now, the Five of Cups is about stopping and taking a look at your own life, your own self, almost like a little bit of shadow work. And don't be afraid by that term. You're on a spiritual journey, Cancer. I feel it very strongly. Okay. Shadow work is about taking a look at your past, knowing when you were wronged, deciding that you won't settle for any of that anymore. Okay. Recognizing signs of that same old shadow in your today, and deciding to cut those things out of your life. Being the bold, brave person who says no more and means it before Spirit has to do this to you. Okay? Again, being honest about your emotions. There's another message on this card for you, Cancer. Self-care. Sometimes we need to cry, man. Sometimes we need to schedule in Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm going to cry because I know that I don't have anything else going on and I'm free, right? Some of us think when I start crying, I'll never ever stop. Eventually you'll stop. Your body will stop crying. It might be hours. You might need to cry again next Thursday. You might need to cry again over certain things for a long time. Okay. But until you allow some of that energy to move and come out of your body, it's stored and trapped in there. And you have this wall of ice because I can't cry. I can't get emotional. Spirit said earlier, it's okay to be soft. I can't be soft. I can't be soft because then I'll probably cry, because then I'll feel all the hurts and wounds of the past, or the hurts and wounds of today, or the letdown that I have, or that I've let myself down, the disappointments, whatever this is, it needs to be addressed, Cancer, because it is still there. And if you do not address these feelings, they will cause circumstances to be presented in your now life, in your outer environment, that trigger those feelings within you to come out finally, because they're in there and they want to come out. And as long as you ignore them, or you're in denial about them, or you don't have time for them, or you just keep focusing on everyone else and everyone else's problems instead of your own, The universe will give you problems that trigger those feelings to finally come loose and break free so that you can be in conscious awareness of the patterns that are held within you, and you can release them once and for all so that your future is no longer tinged with experiences that make you feel this down. Okay. Now, unforeseen circumstances. Seven of Swords in the month of February, unforeseen circumstances. I feel like this is somebody who's sneaking around in your environment. This could be what triggers this tower moment, okay? Or this could be the reason why spirit has stepped in, because there is someone in your environment who is either gossiping and talking trash behind your back, or someone who's stealing from you, someone who's manipulative. This person's walking around with a knife. He's hooded. You can't tell who he is, but he's dropping little tiny feathers, little breadcrumbs, okay? And that's you and your weird feelings picking up on those breadcrumbs. So pay attention to who you feel like you can't really trust in your environment. Whose words don't match their actions? Who's giving you lip service and you just know it? This is an unforeseen circumstance because you may have been in denial about it because you know what? I'd rather just look the other way and not have to deal with that crap. Well, that crap is still going on. That crap is still there. I know that you want no part in it, but until you cut it away from your life, it's still a part of your life. I feel like that's why spirit steps in with this tower to say, no more Cancer, no more looking away, no more turning the other cheek. There is some kind of shady behavior on the outskirts of your life, or someone who's in your ear, bringing you down, telling you crap, gossiping this, that. That's unhealthy energy as well. When people come to you with gossip, they're gossiping about you as well. Somebody who says, I'm going to tell you their secret, but don't tell anyone that I told you. You better know that that person is telling everybody anything that you're telling them too. Your secrets are not safe with individuals like that. And that's what I see in this card. Unforeseen circumstances. Only speak to people that are trustworthy. And if they're willing to divulge secrets to you that are none of your friggin' business, they're doing it on against you as well to others. You might as well just, as long as you're okay with everybody knowing, then tell them. Okay. But if you have secrets, don't tell that person. Can't trust it. I'm feeling it. What brings you down in the month of February? Major Arcana card number 1, the Magician. This is me doing things on my own, making stuff happen, having to deal with those freaking emotions we were talking about, this self-care, all those emotions, learning how to put those into perspective, learning how to take those. I feel like you've compartmentalized them. I'll pretend they're not there. Oh, I healed from that a long time ago. Oh, that doesn't bother me anymore. But in all actuality, there are still patterns in your life that exhibit some of those same qualities. So somehow, some way it needs to be addressed. So this is you learning how to address it. Maybe you're just writing these things out. Maybe you're deciding to keep a journal, jotting down these things that have happened in your life that are negative, I dare say, that weigh heavily on your heart, and then burning that paper to get rid of it once and for all. Look, I've acknowledged it. It's out of my body. It's out of my mind. It's out of my emotions. It's on this evil piece of paper that I'm going to burn now and get rid of forever. So I never have to deal with it again. Okay. This is something that can bring you down. No one wants to do shadow work. It's not fun, but it is necessary in your spiritual growth and evolution. It's necessary to have a healthier life, because your shadow will haunt you and come back to bite you in the new acquaintances and new relationships and new experiences that you have in the future if you do not address it. Now, what might lift you up in the month of February? 5 of Pentacles. 2 messages on this, okay? 2 messages. I have here this. You know how you have the tower here in your home life? And you have this unforeseen circumstance of someone who's being deceptive, et cetera, or gossipy, et cetera. What might lift you up? Putting them on the outside of the door. Hey, I'm cutting you out of my life, man. I don't need you wrecking up my house with drama, with chaos, with whatever this is. Putting them on the outside. And putting distance between you and the drama, the chaos, the negativity, no longer financially supporting somebody who does not deserve that from you, because I see that you're sitting pretty and this person may take advantage of you. It lifts you up to say no more. It lifts you up to say never again. And I must say this also, it lifts you up to say, you know what? I'm on my own. I don't need your help and support. I'm doing things my way, whether you support me or not. The key is there. I don't need to go inside because your inside sucks. I've got my own stuff going on and I'm dealing with me out here, and that's the way I want it. That's the way I like it. This could even be you kind of on the pity pot a little bit. I have to say this, if it lifts you up, if it lifts you up, you're dealing with all these emotions. This brings you down. Oh man, yeah, things have happened to me, but it might lift you up to realize, like, yeah, things have happened to me. Things have happened to me, but I've survived. And I'm still the person with this pure heart that I am today, even if I'm a little guarded sometimes, even if I don't always know the next right thing to do. Who does? Who does, Cancer? We're all regular, real people, just doing our best at life. And it might lift you up a little bit to know that life has wounded you at times. It might lift you up a little bit to know that your feelings are completely justified. You're not crazy. You're not sensitive for no reason. You don't feel like that for nothing. You were hurt. You were treated poorly. But you don't have to stand for it any longer. And you're empowered now. You know this now. And that's a beautiful energy to have. Now, as far as closing the month, I've got a few more cards for you, Cancer. Closing the month of February. Oh my gosh. Two of Cups. Happy, harmonious relationships, partnerships, I dare say. If you're in a relationship, this is a deepening of the intimacy that you have. If you're single, this is you finding that compatible match that is really going to be with you in the long term. With the Queen of Swords here coming up with the Two of Cups. Queen of Swords, this is about the future. This is about envisioning the future that you desire to achieve in the relationships that are important to you and seeing it through. You have a plan. You know who you can trust, and you're relying on the right people here. Beautiful energy at the end of the month. Now, final guidance here. Major Arcana card number 17, the Star. That wish and that hope and that prayer in your heart, Spirit has heard you. And Spirit is bringing that into your life. Don't let it go. Don't talk yourself out of it. Like I said way in the beginning, don't talk yourself out of the great blessings that are coming your way. Don't stop now that you've been walking this direction for so long, not because you feel a little uncertain or you're not sure, you're a little, it's unknown, okay? Not if you're fearful, not if you have self-doubt or self-confidence issues, not if you lack a little bit of self-esteem or you're not sure what the next step is. Don't lose hope, because Spirit is bringing into you exactly what it is. Exactly what it is that you have been hoping for, waiting for, praying for, because other things have been removed from your life. Things have been shaken up. You have made space for Spirit to bring in that which resonates with the energy that you keep inside. So hold on to your heart, hold on to your faith, your trust, your hope. Hold on to those prayers, because they are coming and they're going to be answered. You're no longer going to feel like you're up in the air. You're going to feel like things might be a little crazy for a minute there in February, but towards the end of the month, you're going to be so glad that all that craziness has been shaken up and revealed and come to the surface so that it can be let go of and removed from your life, because your life plan is on track now in the way that you exactly want it to be there at the end of February. Beautiful reading for you, Cancer. I thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. Again, my name is Heidi Corona, Spirit Speaks Psychic Medium Heidi. That is me, the one and only. I'm right here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to my channel, feel free to click that notification bell so you never miss anything from me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to let me know how this resonates with you in February. I've got some links in your description box if you're interested in connecting with me on a deeper level or on another platform. I'm right there for you. Until the next one, Cancer, I send you so much love and so much blessings. Bye, friends.